Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about how I can't remember any Vietnamese. Okay, so today I'm coming to you from the offices of a software development company I routinely work with in Hanoi, right? And so last couple of days I've been in central Hanoi, which is the old quarter, which is very touristy, but very nice, and coming out to the actual, business area. So I'm in a business building, and it's actually kind of nice to be back into a familiar environment, an office. So we've been whiteboarding things out all day, talking about some of the existing projects that we're working on and some of the new projects and ways we can work better together in the future. And while it's really easy to use Skype and Slack and all the other online tools, I think it's just nice just to be a big piece of paper and just to write everything down, right? So, and then we got the language issues. I don't mention this very often, but I actually learned Vietnamese. It used to be my job as a Vietnamese linguist in the Army. So when I joined the Army when I was 18, they sent me to DLI, Defense Language Institute in Monterey, California, to learn Chinese Mandarin, which I did for a year and went to various schools after that. And then when I went to Hawaii at my duty station, there was a shortage of Vietnamese linguists. So they asked for volunteers, and I volunteered, and I went back to school and learned Vietnamese for 8 months. And I don't mean like an hour a day. I mean, it was like a full day, 9 to 5, learning Vietnamese. Right? And then it was my job for a couple of years. Now, it is embarrassing how little I remember 20-something years later. I guess, I haven't been able to hold up a conversation. Whereas Chinese I could pretty much manage a little bit, but Vietnamese, I can't remember anything. I could count to 10, I could say hello, I could say thank you, I could do, the very basic things, and little phrases will come back to me, but I don't remember certain things. So anyway, it's, I might as well stop telling people I learned it because, dude, I can't remember anything. And I just thought it would come back to me. Anyway, but the one thing that seems to be consistent is there's certain phrases that keep coming up that when you mention them, everybody knows, because English is kind of like the language of coding, right? So I used to always make fun of the developers in England because they had to spell color without the U in HTML. So they would say, yeah, color actually has a U in it, and I say, yeah, but you have to write it the other way in HTML, despite the fact that that. So anyway, so we mentioned things here. We have these conversations. We're talking about concerns, and I'll say stuff like, with this project, I'm concerned with cross-site scripting, right? And then everybody knows what that is. Everybody knows what cross-site scripting is. For some reason, it seems to transcend languages, right? So there's a lot more in common in software development because that emerged in the age of the internet. So we have so much more in common. A lot of the documentation that people have to read in other languages, they might not have all of it in their languages and stuff like that, which is something I never really had to contend with. I was so lucky because I always spell color the same way my whole life, but in other countries that they don't. So anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys today. It's been a really nice day. I'm a bit disappointed about not remembering very much Vietnamese, but I've got a nice window over here with a very smoggy, cloudy Hanoi, and just enjoying the day. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. That's it for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow.